We welcome you to George Sparky Anderson Field, where the Conejo Oaks are set to open the 2024 season against the Coastal Dodgers. I'm Max Schwartzberg alongside Josh Mechanick, and we will be taking you through today's action. There's a lot to look forward to this season for the Oaks, coming off a solid 2023 season. Josh, what are you looking forward to today and for this season?
As always with the Oaks, it'll be great just to see the new guys come in and see how they bond with one another and build some more success over the season, as well as develop their baseball skills. And as always, Coach Dave Solis is winning is very important to him, we should say. A lot of summer programs are just about development, but Coach Solis is about winning as well. And it'll be great to see these Oaks players come together and try to win a CCL championship this summer.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups. First, with the visiting Coastal Dodgers. Leading off, Mason Aaron Hobie in center field, with Jeremy Camarena batting second at second base. Ben Fabian will be at first base batting third, with Victor Heredia batting fourth and playing third. Wylan Nelson will be the designated hitter in the 5 spot, and Brendan Sakata will play center field. He'll bat sixth. Bobby Campbell will do the catch and he'll bat 7th. Mac McKinley in left field, he'll bat 8th. Sho Garcia at shortstop, batting 9th for the starting pitcher, Bradley Waite. So now for the Conejo Oaks, Austin Carrillo returning from last year, he'll bat first and play center field. Kai Caranto, he'll bat second and play second base. Will Joseph will bat third and do first base. Landon West will do the catching out of the cleanup spot, with Tanner Beltowski at third base. He'll bat fifth. Jack Johnson, the DH, will bat sixth. Tai Walton, the left fielder, batting seventh. Lucas Danielewicz, the right fielder, he'll bat eighth for Allan Camarillo. Allan Camarillo, the shortstop, he'll bat ninth. Nate Hernandez on the bump, ready to get going here as Aaron stands in. First pitch of the 2024 season. And it'll miss just upstairs, and we're underway.
One advantage we have on the broadcast today is that we have the TrackMan technology in front of us, so we'll be able to see velocity of a pitcher's strike zone as well, as that one's fired in there for a strike from Hernandez.
A lot to look forward to this season, of course. Coach Solis very much keen on winning. The 1-1 offering. Little miss just inside, 2-1.
First 3 pitches so far from Hernandez isn't lighting up the radar gun, sitting low 80s, but we saw him have decent success this past spring with an ERA below 5.
Off the inside, and Hernandez falls behind, 3-1.
That one just missed off the inner half of the plate.
On the outside corner, so we'll go to a full count, 3-2.
It's a great spot from Hernandez in the corner. Now he'll look to win this 3-2 count.
Ready with the payoff pitch. The 3-2. And that gets him. Missed it with the slider, so the first runner will reach for the Dodgers.
For Hernandez this past spring, it wasn't too much of an issue hit by pitches, but he does hit his first batter of the summer.
So now 1 on, nobody out, and the second hitter, Camarena, will come up. Oaks in the 6-4-3 double play positioning. First pitch to Camarena will miss just upstairs.
Even though there's not too much velocity on the fastball from Hernandez, he does have decent movement on it. As you can see, it's coming in on the hitters, which will cause them to get jammed.
1-0 popped up to the right. Joseph going towards foul territory with all the room he can. He'll make the catch just at the fence. Some great talk from the teammate, right fielder Danielewicz, saying he's got room. He makes the catch. 1 away here in the top of the first inning.
It's always a difficult play for a first baseman, especially with the wind here at Sparky Anderson Field. And he does a nice job of feeling out where the fence is and making that catch before running into it.
So Aaron remains at first with 1 out in the inning here now. The 3-hitter, Ben Fabian, stands in. First pitch is a bender right on the inside corner, strike 1.
That's the first breaking ball that we've seen for a strike from Hernandez today. Very loopy. Just catches the top of the zone.
On the ground, softly to second base. Caranto has it. He'll go to second for one. On the first, that's not in time. Just in the dirt. Joseph with a nice pick, but unfortunately that did cost the double play.
It's definitely a tough play to turn 2 on. Off the end of the bat, just 62 miles an hour off the bat. Nice turn by the 2 middle infielders there, but unfortunately just not quick enough to get Fabian at first.
You see Caranto kind of misplayed that. It was hit so softly, just cued off the end of the bat. But still, it was that pick at first base that most likely caused it, but very softly hit ball. So now 2 in the inning for the 4-hitter, Heredia. First pitch is in there for strike 1.
That's exactly what Hernandez is looking to do in this ball game. Just try to paint the corners. Doesn't want to live in the middle of the strike zone.
2 down, 1 on. Here in the top of the first inning. As the curveball he misses with again, it almost hit him. The first batter of the game, Aaron, reached on a curveball. Hernandez did have a little bit of command issues in his past season. 29 walks over 73 innings. He did leave Oxnard College in innings pitched, so he's an innings eater. He works hard. The 1-1 coming up. Runner goes, and it's fouled back off to the right out of play.
Hernandez does a nice job of getting ahead of the count now. He doesn't have to throw a strike in this situation. Ahead 1-2. Look to throw a breaking ball and an off-speed pitch here just off the plate.
1-2 coming up to Heredia. Fouled back off to the right again. We'll do it again.
That was the breaking ball, but not the location you're looking for if you're Hernandez, and he's lucky that Heredia didn't take advantage of that. That pitch just hung up there in the middle of the zone. Heredia fouled it back.
Hernandez takes a look over at Fabian and ready with the 1-2 pitch. Popped up shallow right side, but it'll find the seats out of play.
That's a good spoil there by the hitter Heredia. It's a good location on that fastball from Hernandez just off the plate on the outside corner, and Heredia just does his best to stay alive and foul it off. For Hernandez, he's coming off a year where he threw 73 innings and struck out 58. Strikeout per 9, just under 9.
Ahead in the count here to Heredia. Let's see if he gets another strikeout. The 1-2 offering. Fouled away once again.
It's another breaking ball for Hernandez, trying to get a swing and miss, but Heredia stays with it and fouls it back. Heredia's did a nice job with 2 strikes in this plate appearance, just spoiling pitches up there. He's already fouled off 4.
Fabian at first, 2 down in the inning, and the 1-2. Just upstairs.
It's a great location there from Nate Hernandez. Just misses on the top half of the strike zone, but with the pitch to waste on a 1-2 count, it's exactly where you're looking for it. He just didn't induce the chase.
Big gap out in left center field. The 2-2 misses downstairs. 3-2.
Well, the runner Fabian will be moving here, so the base runners are going to stay at home, and in fact, nobody's going to even hold on the runner at first.
Fabian will be on the move. The payoff pitch from Hernandez. And that'll miss outside, ball 4.
That was an excellent plate appearance from Heredia there. He saw 10 pitches that at bat and was able to work a walk. And now the Dodgers have a runner in scoring position with 2-way and a chance to get the first run of the ball game.
So now Wyland Nelson, the first lefty to face Hernandez, coming up with a runner in scoring position. Hernandez finding himself in a little bit of trouble here in the top of the first inning. Fabian at second and Heredia at first. Takes a look back at Fabian. The first pitch to Nelson's on the outside corner, strike one.
It's a good spot on the first pitch for Hernandez, who's just trying to get a strike in there with that breaking ball. And it's not too good of a pitch to hit, and it's on the outside half of the plate in there for a strike.
Swing and a miss. He got him with a nasty slider, so now he's ahead in the count 0-2.
Hernandez will look to put away Nelson, which is something he couldn't do to Heredia. He got him in a 1-2 count. Heredia was able to fight back and draw a walk. See if he can get Nelson, who he's ahead of 0-2.
2 on, 2 down. The 0-2 offering coming up to Nelson. And it's swung on and missed. Strike three. Hernandez gets out of the inning. A clean, scoreless inning here for Nate Hernandez in the top of the first inning. Back here in the bottom of the first inning, the Dodgers do not score. The Oaks coming up. Austin Carrillo, the returner, ready to stand in and lead off here for these Oaks. Bradley Waite on the bump for the Dodgers. The first pitch to Carrillo on the outside corner for a strike.
For Carrillo, he's coming off an excellent year at Biola College. After struggling a bit in his first season at Biola, he really found his Austin Carrillo self, hitting .366 this past year with an OPS of .953, and one of just two guys on the Oaks in the spring season to have more walks than strikeouts at the plate.
Carrillo, one of 7 returners to the Oaks. The 1-1, line the other way, but right at the third baseman, Heredia. 1 down in the inning.
That's a bit of what to expect from Austin Carrillo. He gets a fastball on the outer half of the plate and just lines it to left, but unfortunately is right at the third baseman for the first out of the inning.
So now the second baseman, Kai Caranto, will stand in.
It's actually going to be catcher's interference.
As the runner goes, what a jump, and they're going to call a balk on him. There was no false play right there, so Carrillo just waltzes into second as a balk is called. So we're going to see what happens here.
So I guess the pitcher didn't realize it either, but catcher's interference was called on that line drive, and the pitcher, Waite, didn't realize it and was in the windup. So Carrillo, being the smart base runner that he is, took second, and now he's almost ready to take third, but he scatters back.
So kind of a weird way to start the bottom of the first inning, that catcher's interference on the liner. But Carrillo waltzes into second, so now opportunity with runners in scoring position for Kai Caranto. Carrillo on second. Waite takes a look back at him. The 0-1 is yanked, and that's going to get away. Carrillo will round third as the catcher, Campbell, just gets to it. So now a great opportunity for the Oaks to strike first early.
Austin Carrillo goes from first to third just like that. And with that, the Oaks have a runner 90 feet away with nobody out.
Fouled back. And so Caranto falls behind 1-2.
Kai Caranto is coming off his freshman year here at Cal Lutheran.
Upstairs, 2-2.
Caranto had a very solid year at the plate, hitting over 330. OPS at 850. Another one of those guys with more walks than strikeouts. 21 walks, just 9 strikeouts this year for Caranto.
2-2, and he got him. Missed with the curveball. So now runners are going to be at the corners as out one way inside and gets Caranto.
Caranto also a guy that gets hit by a pitch a lot, nearly as many HBPs as strikeouts, with 8 hit by pitches this spring and 9 Ks at the plate.
Caranto at first, Carrillo at third. The first pitch to Joseph misses outside for a ball. Joseph with 5 home runs in his most recent season at Oklahoma Baptist. Runners at the corners. Way outside, 2-0. Only grounded into 3 double plays this past season. He's a pretty big guy, but he can get down that line. 2-0 pitch coming up to Joseph. And it misses again outside, and now Caranto takes off. The catcher, Campbell, can't even find it. It's at his feet. So now 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out in the inning.
And with Waite falling behind 3-0, he does have first base open. So a walk here isn't the worst case for Waite, but it's just not the way you want to start a ball game for him.
Carrillo at third, Caranto at second. Big opportunity for the Oaks. 3-0 downstairs, ball 4, a 4-pitch walk, and now the bases will be loaded for the catcher, Landon West.
A dreadful start to this one for Bradley Waite, who's got to be hoping for a double play right now, or just any sort of out, even a sacrifice fly. Just want to get that first out on the board. And you have to go back to that line out from Carrillo, which turned into a catcher's interference, and that's just really unfortunate for Waite.
Bases loaded for West, and the first pitch is grounded through the left side in the left field. Carrillo will score. Around from second, Caranto, he'll be waved. The throw to the plate, he will be out at the plate. Gunned down by McKinley in left field, but the Oaks get a run on the first major hit of the season coming from the catcher, Landon West.
It's a great piece of hitting from West there. He goes up there aggressive even after a walk, and he's ready to hit and laces one into left field for a knock. An excellent throw from McKinley. .99 miles an hour off the bat on that single from West. Definitely a hard hit ball.
First pitch to Beltowski's right there for strike 1. Joseph at second, West on first. Oaks on top, 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Beltowski down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Around from second, Joseph will score. Chugging around second, going to third will be West. Into second goes another RBI double for Tanner Beltowski.
Now batting for the Oaks, designated hitter.
Beltowski turns on a fastball there and rips it just inside the third base line, keeping it fair and giving the Oaks a 2-0 lead with 2 more runners in scoring position and a chance for more.
So Jack Johnson with 2 runners in scoring position. The first pitch to him will miss inside.
Jack Johnson, Power 5 player, playing at the University of Baylor.
1-1.
Very limited playing time this past year for Johnson, so I'm sure he's looking forward to this summer to get some ABs.
Line to left field. That's going to get down from a hit. Scoring easily will be West. Being stopped at third base is Beltowski, but an RBI single Jack Johnson. And as you said, looking for those reps, that's a great opportunity. A 3-0 Oaks lead.
Yeah, Johnson looking to take advantage of those opportunities this summer and does so in his first plate appearance, ripping a hanging slider out to left field, 92 off the bat. Hit too hard to score the runner from second, but the Oaks now have runners to the corners and still just 1 out.
Walton just fouls one off.
Sounds like he broke his bat. And it looks like he did. He's going to get a new bat. That one got in his hands there.
Kind of a check swing. He didn't really mean to go, but it just ran inside.
No one's helping him out. Someone bring him a new bat. Big situation right now for Tai Walton. Big opportunity for him to get his first RBI as an Oak. Walton's out of University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, but from here in La Cañada.
Walton takes upstairs 1-1. Oaks with a crooked number in the first inning of the season. Just a great way to start it. Here ahead 3-0 against the Dodgers. Beltowski at third with Johnson at first. Downstairs.
The Dodgers have sent a couple guys down to the bullpen. No one's warming up to pitch yet, but a couple guys are just throwing down there, getting loose, just in case this gets out of hand.
Popped up right side of the infield, mile high. Camarena into shallow right field. He'll not make the catch. It falls. That's going to score a run as they'll force out the runner Johnson at second, but another run comes in for the Oaks. Beltowski in the back end. 4-0 here in the bottom of the first.
It's a very odd fielder's choice right there, hit by Tai Walton. He gets his first RBI as a member of the Oaks, but not his first hit, with the runner Johnson thrown out at second.
So now Lucas Danielewicz will stand in. First pitch, and it got him on the hands. The second hit batsman of the inning for Waite.
That one definitely stung. Even though it was just 82 miles an hour coming in, off the hands right there of Danielewicz. And now the Oaks have hit around if once Camarillo gets his plate appearance here. Couldn't ask for a better start to this summer for the Oaks.
First pitch to Camarillo is sent to right field, but over there is the right fielder, Aaron. He'll make the catch. But the Oaks with a 4 spot here in the bottom of the first inning, a great way, as you mentioned, Josh, to start the summer. We'll be coming back with Nate Hernandez back on the hill. Welcome back here. Oaks on top 4-0. Brennan Cicada will lead off as Nate Hernandez back on the hill. First pitch is lined to right center field. Carrillo on the run. He'll not get there. That's into the gap. Around first is Cicada. He's chugging to second. That's a leadoff double here for the Dodgers.
That's exactly what the Dodgers are looking for. After giving up 4 in the bottom of the first, a leadoff base runner is the perfect way to start the top half of the second. That was an excellent piece of hitting there from Cicada, driving that one to right center and getting a leadoff double.
So now working with the runner in scoring position. He did that in the first inning, but he struck out the last batter. Nobody on, nobody out, and a man on second. The first pitch to Campbell is grounded to third, but it's misplayed by Beltowski. They'll throw to third for the tag play, but it's late, and he's safe. So a misplay by Beltowski. That might be an error, as they have scored it an error on the scoreboard here.
Yeah, definitely an error there by Beltowski. Very routine play over there. He just picked up his head a little bit too quickly and it scooted under his glove. He'll get many more tries this year, and I'm sure he'll make that play 9 times out of 10.
So runners at the corners, and Mac McKinley, the left fielder for the Dodgers, standing in. First pitch misses downstairs.
Hernandez got into a bit of trouble in the first inning, was able to get out of it. But now runners at the corners, nobody out. So it'll be tough to escape without any damage.
Very tardy on that fastball, 1-1. McKinley gunned an Oak down at the plate in the last inning. It would be a 5-0 gain, but able to get one of the big outs on that throw.
It was a perfect throw from McKinley, perfect one hop.
Fouled off to the right, out of play.
Hernandez gets ahead in the count 1-2. He's looking for another big strikeout here. Doesn't have to throw a strike in this situation. Look for a breaking ball below the zone. McKinley's going to try to see it up.
Cicada on third, Campbell on first. And in a little bit of trouble is Hernandez. But ahead in the count 1-2 here to McKinley. And it's fouled off again.
There was that breaking ball that Hernandez was looking for. It was just on the outer half of the plate. McKinley does a nice job of spoiling that one to keep his at-bat alive.
Hernandez led his team in innings pitched with 73, had 58 strikeouts in that sample. The 1-2 fouled straight back toward us.
That's where Hernandez is looking for a swing and a miss on a fastball at the top of the zone. And he locates it well, but McKinley is able to get his bat on it and stay alive.
Runners at the corners and nobody out. And a swing and a miss. He chased a fastball upstairs. Second strikeout of the day for Hernandez, and it's a huge spot now with the double play in order to end the inning.
McKinley wasn't expecting Hernandez to go to the high heat on back-to-back pitches. This time he gets it up just a tad more, and it's able to induce the swing and miss from McKinley and get Hernandez his second strikeout of the game and get himself one pitch away from getting back into the dugout.
So now the number 9 man, Garcia, stands in. Infield and double play depth, Carrillo and Caranto shaded over toward the bag. Ball 1.
Garcia is a speedy runner, so it'll be hard to turn two on him.
And a swing and a miss. Very awkward kind of swing there.
It did look like Garcia might have gotten a piece of it. Just a check swing. Hernandez is going to look for a couple more of those. Look for a strikeout here or an inning-ending double play.
Perhaps expecting something down in the zone to get that ball on the ground for the 6-4-3 is what Hernandez wants. The 1-1. That's kind of yanked, but a very nice stop by West. 2-1.
It's good work back there by Landon West. The runner on third. It's always tough on a ball in dirt. Make sure you keep your body in front of it. Not only that, you got the runner on first as well. He's able to keep them both at their respective bags.
Sakata at third, Campbell at first. Looking for a little 6-4-3 here in the second inning. Just upstairs.
Let's see if they'll appeal to first. They do, but he did not go. Definitely a possibility that Garcia wasn't able to fully check his swing on that one, but he was able to hold up just enough.
3-1 coming up to Garcia. Right there, payoff pitch coming up.
It's definitely in the zone. We have the box in front of us, and it caught the full part of the strike zone. Garcia will look to put the ball in play right now, just get the runner from third any way he can.
We'll see if Campbell runs on 3-2. There is just one out in the inning, but runners at the corners and in desperate need for a ground ball. The payoff pitch. Fouled off to the right, out of play.
And Campbell did indeed run on that one, but it was a bit of a delayed jump. He is the catcher, so he might not be the fastest runner. Maybe more of a hit-and-run situation. They clearly trust Garcia to put the bat on the ball if they're sending Campbell.
Payoff pitch coming up to Garcia. Campbell runs again, and it's yanked outside, ball 4.
Now batting for the Dodgers.
After falling behind 3-1, Hernandez couldn't quite get back into this count and loses Garcia for the walk. Still no harm, no foul, as no run is yet to come in, but the bases are loaded.
Leadoff hitter back up, Mason Aaron. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning, but now a force at any base. First pitch on the outside corner for a strike.
The perfect spot there from Hernandez, just painting the outside corner. It's a great spot to get a double play ball. You see a lot of guys roll over on that pitch.
Bases filled with Dodgers, nowhere to go, and looking for a little 6-4-3 action on the infield. 0-1 coming up to Aaron. Not biting at that slider, 1-1.
Seems like Hernandez has a couple variations of that breaking ball. He has that more loopy, more 12-6 type curveball, and then he also has a more left to right breaking ball.
1-1. Tardy on that fastball, so now Hernandez back in the driver's seat, looking for his third strikeout of the day. One, two, just upstairs. Might have caught a little bit of the zone, but home plate umpire says no.
Those ones are always tough to judge on the track, man, because the strike zone doesn't account for height of the hitter. Hernandez looking for another swing and miss.
The 2-2 to Aaron. Upstairs and at the top of the zone. Strike 3 called. Another strikeout, the third of the day, the second of the inning, and one out closer, getting out of this one unscathed.
It's just a perfect spot right there from Hernandez. He gets the strike 3 called, but he also could have gotten a swing and miss, as it's a really tough pitch to hit. He locates it perfectly. He's now 1 out away from getting out of this inning unscathed.
Bases remain loaded. Now the number 2 hitter, Jeremy Camarena, stands in. First pitch misses just downstairs.
And the Oaks have sent someone down to the bullpen to begin warming up. Looks like it's Charlie Decker.
Big gap out in left center field. On the outside edge, strike one.
This is probably the last inning for Hernandez either way, given that it's a non-league game and the first game of the summer. So he's really hoping he gets this batter and finishes his outing scoreless.
That'll miss outside, 2-1. Hernandez has pitched in and out of trouble in the first inning, trying to do the exact same thing here in the second, get out of a bases loaded, nobody out jam. He has 2 outs, but he's got one big one to go.
And it took him 22 pitches to get out of that first inning. This next one will be his 23rd pitch of this second inning.
Bases filled with Dodgers in the 2-1. Popped up to the right out of play. Hernandez with 2 strikeouts in the inning, trying to get the third.
Keeps getting guys in 2 strike counts and just needs to keep putting them away.
The 2-2 to Camarena. To right field, hit softly, and that's going to fall fair. 1 run will score. Here comes another. Around the throw comes to the plate. It'll be late, and it's an RBI double. 2 runs come in for the Dodgers. 4-2 now.
Well, that's the beauty of baseball, isn't it? That one just nubber off the end of the bat, just 55 miles an hour, and it looped over the first baseman's head for 2 RBI double. I do think there was a possibility for Danielewicz to get the runner at second, as the plate was off there. There wasn't really a chance to get the base runner, but there was a really good chance to get Camarena at second. And that's probably where the throw should have gone. Either way, 2 runs still come in to score.
2 runners in scoring position for the 3-header Ben Fabian. First pitch, he's way out ahead of us, curveball.
It's one of the best ones that we've seen Hernandez throw, over 20 inches of break on that pitch.
Oaks still with the 2-run lead, but trying to keep it at 2. Just off the plate inside and a little bit up. As you mentioned, Decker in the bullpen. This is most likely Hernandez's last inning.
The Dodgers can tie this with 1 swing of the bat. A base hit from Fabian here, and this ball game's tied.
2-1.
The outfield for the Oaks is quite shallow, though. On a base hit, they could have a chance to gun down a runner at the plate, especially out in left field.
Good changeup. It's 2-2. Two runs home for the Dodgers and trying to get more. Hernandez trying to stop any of the bleeding and maintain this 2-run lead. Aaron at third and Camarena at second. The 2-2 pitch coming up to Ben Fabian. And a swing and a miss. He got him. He ends up striking out the side. 4th strikeout of the day for Nate Hernandez. The Oaks with the 4-2 lead. back at George Sparky Anderson Field. Oaks on top 4-2 here in the bottom of the second inning. Back to the top of the order, Austin Carrillo ready to lead it off against a new pitcher for the Dodgers, Lucas Ginder.
Ginder just graduated from Dos Pueblos High School.
Shows bump, pulls it back, and takes a ball.
He'll be attending Hancock College.
Now ahead in the count 2-0, third baseman Heredia kind of creeping in for any type of bunt possibility after Carrillo did show earlier.
Yeah, it's always something you got to worry about for defenses against Austin Carrillo. He's not afraid to lay down a bunt for a hit.
2-0 misses downstairs, so now 3-0, Carrillo most certainly in the driver's seat.
Carrillo likes to take his walks, but he's also a pretty aggressive hitter. I'm sure he's a 3-0 green light if he wants it.
And he'll miss outside, ball 4, so a first pitch walk, 4-pitch walk to get things going for Kai Caranto.
Austin Carrillo, an on-base machine, as we know from his time with the Oaks. And this spring at Biola College, his on-base percentage was north of 500, which is just ridiculous numbers to put up at the collegiate level.
Carrillo at first, Caranto standing in. Fouled straight back.
Of course, the first game of the summer is the time to begin to experiment with different lineups for the Oaks, but it would not surprise me at all if Austin Carrillo and Kai Caranto form a 1-2 punch here for the Oaks this summer.
That'll miss upstairs, so now the count evens at 1.
Both Caranto and Carrillo coming off great years, hitting over 300. Two of just a few guys on this Oaks team with an average north of 320.
1-1, and he's late on the fastball.
And we also have to remember that the Coastal Dodgers team is usually a lot younger than these Oaks squads. Often a lot of high school seniors and incoming freshmen playing for the Dodgers, which is why we see some lower fastball velocities.
Swing and a foul tip dropped, so we'll do it again. Catcher Campbell can't hold on.
Yeah, it looked like Ginder had just gotten his first strikeout of the summer, but able to just get a piece of it was Caranto, and the catcher couldn't hold on.
Ginder had 1-2 to Caranto, and the pitch misses way up and away. Caranto was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Both him and Carrillo came around to score 2 of the 4 Oaks runs and looking to do some more damage. Carrillo takes his lead. Ready with the 2-2 coming up to Kai Caranto. And that's going to get away. Carrillo's going to run over to second, and he'll take a wide turn as another miscue by the catcher Campbell. I can't imagine that would be a wild pitch, more of a pass ball and a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, that's going to go down as a pass ball there, as it certainly hit the glove of Campbell before hitting the dirt.
Carrillo in scoring position, and the payoff pitch coming up to Kai Caranto. And that gets him right in the back. And for the second time this game in as many at-bats, Caranto was hit by a pitch.
Well, it's a painful start to his Oaks career for Kai Caranto. 2 plate appearances, 2 hit by pitches. Of course, you love being on base, but he's going to have a couple bruises.
So now the catcher Campbell going out to calm his pitcher down. Carrillo walked on 4 pitches, and now after a long battle with Kai Caranto, he was hit by a pitch. And now the dangerous Will Joseph, who had 5 Jimmy Jacks last season, steps in.
Yeah, Joseph's also coming off an excellent year. In addition to the 5 home runs, he hit over 360.
Swinging a fly ball to right field. The right fielder Aaron has it played, and he'll make the catch. So going back to the bag will be Carrillo. A very hard hit, out number 1.
Yeah, off the bat, it looked like it was going to find some grass out there in right field. But unfortunately for Joseph, it was right at the right fielder.
So the backstop Landon West coming up. West with a huge RBI single back in the first, and an opportunity to do it again. First pitch away.
The Oaks are definitely going to look to take advantage of their 2 base runners to begin this inning.
1-0 misses inside, so West in the driver's seat here.
They did a great job in the first inning of hitting with runners in scoring position, nearly scoring 5 if it wasn't for the throw out at the plate. And this inning, they're trying to cash in as well.
2-0 coming up to Landon West. Drops in there for a strike.
There's a ridiculous amount of movement on that pitch. I thought it was the ball way up, and it dropped right down the middle.
West actually pitched 2/3 of an inning during his freshman campaign at Rice. Carrillo dancing around at second in the 2-1. Way out ahead of that curve.
It's another filthy breaking ball from Ginder, who's throwing that curveball very slowly, that it's throwing off these Oaks hitters. Just 63 and 64 miles an hour on the past 2 curveballs.
2 on, 1 away, and a 2-2 pitch. Grounded foul down the third base line. West plays with his brother Graydon at Rice. Only played in 6 games during the freshman campaign, but I can imagine after a full summer of Oaks baseball, he's going to be ready to go back and get some more experience. 2-2 fouled off to the right, out of play.
Well, anytime you can get any innings as a freshman is impressive. West finding himself in the cleanup spot for an Oaks team that's always quite competitive.
Ginder ready with the 2-2. Takes a look back at Carrillo, and that misses way upstairs as the curveball just slipped out of the hand, so we'll go to a payoff pitch. The runners might be on the move.
It would not surprise me if the runners are moving. 2 smart base runners in Carrillo and Caranto. We've already seen Carrillo dancing out there.
Payoff pitch. And it's going to miss outside, ball 4. So 2 very nice at-bats for the freshman West. The first baseman, the single in the first, and now the walk.
And that's going to prompt a mound visit for the pitcher Ginder. There is some action in the Dodgers bullpen. I'm not sure if this is going to be a pitching change or just a visit from the coach.
So a mound visit, as you mentioned. Tanner Beltowski stepping in. Oaks trying to extend the lead, especially after the Dodgers got some back in the bottom of the top of the second.
It does look like they're going to stick with Ginder. They're going to give him a chance to get out of this bases loaded and 1-out jam. It's the middle part of the Oaks order, 5, 6, 7.
Carrillo at third, Caranto at second, and West on first. Nowhere to place him. The first pitch to Beltowski. Swung on a miss. It briefly gets away from the catcher Campbell, but no harm, no foul. Bases filled with Oaks. Ginder ready with the pitch to Beltowski. And he's tardy, 0-2.
Well, that mound visit clearly did something for Ginder, who comes back with 2 great fastballs just off the outer half of the plate, forcing a couple swings and misses.
Big gap out in left center field, the 0-2. Fouled off to the right, and he stays alive.
There was that loopy curveball from Ginder. Beltowski does a nice job of just waiting for it to land. And it just clips the top of the zone, so Beltowski does a nice job of fouling it back.
The 0-2 offering. Line to left field. That's going to get down. Carrillo will score. Around from second. Caranto's being waved. The throw to the plate will be cut off. 2 RBI single as now he's hung up in a rundown will be West. But no, he's called out at third base. I completely don't think that's the right call. Landon West apparently tagged out despite evading the tag, but a 2 RBI single for Beltowski and a huge spot for the Oaks.
Yeah, it's a great piece of hitting there. Sitting on that curveball that's been fooling so many Oaks hitters and ripping under the line, 93 off the bat to left. And I agree with you, Max. I thought West did evade that. That's now 2 runners in as many innings that the Oaks have had thrown out on the bases. 1 at the plate and 1 at third.
Inside, and he briefly fouls it off with the check swing.
Johnson frustrated with himself on that one. He wasn't sure if he was going to swing or not. It's probably just a tad inside and off the plate. But his half swing put the bat on the ball just enough for it to be a strike.
2-0 coming up to Walton. That'll find the zone, 2-1.
Actually 1-2. The scoreboard up there has the count wrong.
I gotta say, he was absolutely safe at third base.
Yeah, I did think he got under the tag there. Great slide, but tough angle for the umpire.
Absolutely, the 2-1. It's already on that off-speed of the 2-2. That's going to be strike 3 and end the inning. But the Oaks get 2 on a Tanner Beltowski 2 RBI single. It's a 6-2 lead here going into the top of the third inning. Welcome back. Oaks on top 6-2 here in the top of the third inning. New pitcher, Charlie Decker, here to face the third baseman, Victor Heredia. Heredia walked in his first at-bat. That was against Nate Hernandez. The first pitch is ripped, but caught. Or no, just bouncing, but Joseph takes it to the bag. So a quick, fast out here to start the inning.
Once again, I agree with you, Max. I thought it was caught as well, but nice job over there at first base to stay with it and step on the bag. For Charlie Decker, he's coming off a really interesting year. He had a sub-4 ERA, 3.86, which is very good for college baseball, but a whip over 2, which means that he was just allowing base runners left and right and doing an excellent job of getting out of jams.
Lefty to Nelson. That'll miss downstairs.
Decker will definitely be key for the Oaks, being a left-handed pitcher. The Oaks do not have too many lefty pitchers employed this summer. And of course, we know how valuable those can be.
Especially for those matchups late game. 1-2 coming up to Nelson, and it's flown out to left field. Walton on the run towards the gap. He'll make the catch, build the cap high for out number 2.
It's a pretty good piece of hitting there from Nelson. There's really not much to do with the 73-mile-an-hour slider that's just painted on the outside corner. And he does his best to drive out to left field. And of course, we know that fly balls to left field here at Spark Anderson Field just die.
2 quick outs here for Charlie Decker. Now Brendan Cicada coming in. Fastball catches the corner.
According to the TrackMan zone, that one missed off the plate by a couple of baseballs.
Goes back to the exact same spot, nails it, ahead 0-2.
That one definitely was more of a strike as it did clip the outside corner. Just an absolutely perfect pitch from Charlie Decker.
2 quick outs in the innings. And Decker trying to make it a quick 3. Fouled off to the right out of play.
It's hard to figure out if, oh, it looks like a changeup there from Decker, but it's not too much of a difference in the speed of his fastball.
0-2 misses just downstairs.
Because that was clearly the fastball from Decker. That one missed at 83. And that changeup he threw a couple pitches ago at 78.
Ahead of Cicada 1-2. And the pitch is flown out to left field, struck pretty well. Walton going back, it's going to be over his head. Cicada around first, he's going to second, and he will be rounding third, rounding second, but go right back to the bag. They get it back into the infield. So a loud two-out double here for Brendan Cicada.
Now batting for the Dodgers.
That's the second great piece of hitting. Second at bat with a great piece of hitting from Cicada today, and his second double of the ballgame. That one was crushed 99 miles an hour off the bat over the head of the left fielder. And like I just said, fly balls in left field usually blow in, so he must have really gotten a hold of that one.
Now the catcher Campbell back up to hit. He reached on an error by the third baseman Beltowski. First pitch is on the outside corner and a little bit down for a strike. Runner in scoring position for the Dodgers. The 0-1 to Campbell from Decker. Nasty slider. Runner goes to third. The throw to third will be none. West eats it.
It's a nasty back foot slider there from Decker that he's able to get a swing and miss on, and heads up base running to get to third from Cicada. Didn't get too far away from the catcher West.
Another run 90 feet away. And the pitch is on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. The second strikeout of the inning for Decker. No harm, no foul. 6-2 Oaks. We're going to the bottom of the third inning. Back here in the bottom of the third inning, Tai Walton ready to hit against the new pitcher for the Dodgers. That'll miss up and away.
So we don't really have a name for the new pitcher. We can see that it's jersey number 18, but there's no 18 on the roster.
Just some early summer ball difficulties. The 1-0 to Walton. That'll miss way upstairs 2-0. Swinging a high fly ball mile high towards the left side of the infield. The shortstop Garcia on the lip of the grass will make the catch for out number 1.
That ball was skied by Tai Walton. 90 miles an hour, but just straight up.
First pitch to Danielewicz will miss upstairs. Popped up right side. First baseman Fabian in the foul territory. He'll make the over-the-shoulder catch. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the third inning.
Now batting for the Oaks. Shortstop, number 1, Allan Camarillo.
Now the number 9 hitter, Allan Camarillo, ready to bat. Lefty to righty. First pitch, Camarillo grounds one to third. Heredia has it on his left, throw to first, and it is just in time for a 1-2-3 inning. Oaks don't store. It's 6-2. We're going to the top of the 4th. Back here in the top of the 4th inning, Charlie Decker going out for his 2nd inning of work. Very nice 3rd inning where he capped it with a K. Only took him 14 pitches. First pitch fouled back.
Decker's going to keep trying to do what he did last inning, keep that fastball down, and work off that slider, which he was able to locate really well last inning.
0-1 to McKinley. And a swing and a foul tip into the catcher's mitt. 0-2.
Gonna have to ask him after the game about that changeup and fastball difference. There's only 5 miles an hour difference in the speed, but you definitely can see the difference in the movement.
Upstairs, 1-2.
And even though it's only 5 miles an hour, you can totally see the difference from up here. I wonder if it's that big of a difference in the box. Sure seems like it up to this point.
On the outside corner, strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts going back to the last inning. It's 2 in the game, and a great start to the top of the 4th inning for Charlie Decker.
Shortstop, number 9, Joe Garcia.
Once again, a pitch that might have just been a tad off the outer half, but Decker does get the call. As we've seen in the past couple innings, the home plate umpire has expanded a bit on the outside. The Oaks pitcher's doing a good job of exploiting that.
Garcia shows bunt but pulls it back. Perhaps the outer side of the plate a little bit difficult for the home plate umpire. He's more set up on the inside part for righties, so that pitch on the outside corner definitely harder to track. But Decker is just hitting it knowing that he's getting that call. In there for a strike, 1-1. Decker with 2 consecutive backwards Ks. And has worked very efficiently in his 1 1/3 innings of work. But behind in the count here, 2-1 to Garcia. Just misses off the plate, trying to go back to that outside corner. (3-1) popped out to the right out of play, so now a payoff pitch coming up.
Decker's got really good movement on that fastball. It's moving anywhere between 10 and 15 inches.
Payoff pitch. Fly ball, left center field. Center fielder Carrillo has it played up. Glasses on, makes the catch, bill the cap high. 2 outs in the inning.
Now batting,
Looks like a pretty good barrel there from Garcia.
number 14.
But it was right at the center fielder Carrillo. Just missed it.
And if you're Coach Solis, you got to be very encouraged by what you're seeing. Very quick and efficient outs from Decker this part of the season where they're just trying to find out the identity of this team and the specific players. The first pitch to the leadoff man, Aaron, swung on and missed.
Yeah, for sure, Max. These pitchers are definitely in the first week or so of the season trying to earn their spots for the rest of the summer, trying to show Coach Solis that he can trust them.
Absolutely, and as we were mentioning earlier, it's so valuable to have these left-handed pitchers, especially elite in the backhand of a bullpen for any sort of matchups late game, and Decker most certainly proving his case in the early goings right here. 0-1 to Aaron, and he's out ahead of the changeup, 0-2. Excuse me, 2-1 count now. That was a 1-1 count, or 1-2. Not biting at that one outside, so the count will even at 2.
So much movement on that pitch from Decker. Even though he falls behind, doesn't get the chase. It's a good location, especially in a 1-2 count. Just good discipline from Aaron.
Popped up shallow center field. Carrillo going back. Caranto coming in, but it'll be Caranto, the second baseman, there to make the catch in shallow right center field. Beautiful back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings for Charlie Decker. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning. Oaks on top, 6-2. Back at George Sparky Anderson Field, bottom of the fourth inning.
Number 4, Austin Carrillo.
And Austin Carrillo ready to lead off against a new pitcher for the Dodgers in Justin Cortez. Carrillo has reached base both times. He reached on an error in the first and walked in the second. First pitch from Cortez will miss outside.
That's the hardest pitch we've seen thrown today from either team at 90 miles an hour from Cortez.
Carrillo coming off an excellent season at Biola just down the street. 1-0 at the top of the zone for a strike.
Yeah, Carrillo looked to build off his spring as opposed to last summer where he was looking to turn around his year, as it was a rough spring for him his first season at Biola, but he returned to Austin Carrillo form this year.
That'll miss away, 2-1. Carrillo hit .345 with 2 home runs in 33 games last summer for the Oaks. Definitely a big part of that very successful team.
Yeah, for the past 2 summers, Carrillo's been a mainstay in the Oaks lineup.
And now ahead in the count, 3-1. The perfect leadoff man, looking to reach base for the 3rd time today and continue his success from last summer. 3-1 at the top of the zone for a strike. Carrillo did not agree, but it did appear to catch the plate.
We know Austin Carrillo has great discipline up there, and he knows the strike zone very well. A patient and aggressive hitter. He picks and chooses his counts.
Payoff pitch. And a swing and a foul tip held on to by the catcher Campbell. A strikeout in the inning. Carrillo a little bit upset from that past call, but now Kai Caranto coming up to bat.
Well, Carrillo is not a guy who strikes out a lot, so every time he does, I'm sure it frustrates him.
Caranto has been a ball magnet in this game. He's been hit by a pitch in both of his first 2 plate appearances. So doing the Oaks justice in getting on base, but coming at the cost of some pain. And he lines one up the middle, and that's going to get into center field for a base hit. First time he's reached base safely on a hit today, the first hit of the summer for Kai Caranto, with 1 out in the 4th.
Now batting the Oaks. First baseman, number 17, Will Joseph.
Joseph, another guy who's coming off a very successful year. Hitting .360 this past spring.
He takes a pitch at the top of the zone for a strike. Last year at Oklahoma Baptist, Will Joseph, .362 with 5 home runs. He's definitely an offensive force. And he fouls this one off to the left out of play.
Just based on how his spring went, it's no surprise to see Coach Solis place him in the 3 spot in the lineup.
Caranto gets his lead up first, and now a check back over to him, but he's back safely with the slide. First pickoff attempt we've seen on either side today, and it comes in the 4th inning. Cortez ahead in the count 0-2 to Joseph. And a swing and a foul tip held on to by the catcher Campbell. So back-to-back outs for the back-to-back strikeouts, I should say, after the base hit. And 2 outs in the inning here for Landon West.
Catcher, number 35.
It was an ugly-looking swing there from Joseph that was induced by a filthy breaking ball there from Cortez. And this kind of pitching is more so what the Oaks are going to see this summer in the CCL, with Cortez sitting 89 to 90 as opposed to 79 to 80.
West with a big 2 RBI single in the 1st inning, and he walked in the 2nd inning, getting his 3rd plate appearance here in the 4th. Fouled straight back.
Right now, if you're an infielder for the Dodgers, you're probably telling Cortez to make sure he comes set on this next pitch, because I'm sure the umpires are watching for that. That's back-to-back pitches now. He's gone really quickly to the plate. If he does it again, they might call a balk.
Second pickoff attempt of this, but he's late again. Caranto at first. 2 down in the inning, and the 1-1 to West. That'll miss up and away.
That was the first time we've seen Cortez mix up his hold, which is really important to do with the base runner like Caranto on first, who's a very stolen base capable man.
2-1, and he's tardy on a fastball.
Another one where the umpires could have called a balk there. Surprised Coach Solis or no one in the Oaks dugout has said anything to the umpire about making sure that the pitcher fully stops.
Working very quickly indeed. That coming set, it's very variable so far. 2-2 to Landon West. And a swing and a miss. He got him with the slider. Oaks don't score. Still 6-2, going to the top of the 5th inning. Back here at Sparky Anderson Field, Charlie Decker going out for his 3rd inning of work. He's retired all 6 batters he's faced very economically, if I may add.
This is exactly what Coach Solis was looking for. Outs and quick outs, especially from Charlie Decker.
6 up, 6 down with 2 backwards Ks so far. And the first pitch to the 2-hitter Camarena is on the outside corner.
That pitch has nearly 2 feet of movement, and that's just a fastball from Decker. A routine 19 inches on his first fastball of the inning. There's that slider that Decker's been throwing so well. A nice take there from Camarena. It started in the middle of the plate.
1-1 just inside to Camarena, who doubled in his last plate appearance back in the 2nd inning. Two-one line the other way into right field for a base hit. Danielewicz has it, and he'll send it back into the infield, but a ringing single in the first time that the Dodgers gotten anything going against Decker.
Now batting for the Dodgers, first baseman, number 8.
Well, he can get that first hit out of the way, Charlie Decker. He wasn't going to go the whole summer without giving up a hit. Now he looks for a ball down in the zone, try to get a double play.
So now Ben Fabian, the 3-hitter, 0 for 2 in the afternoon. He grounded into a fielder's choice to Kai Caranto in the first and struck out swinging in his last at-bat. Both those at-bats coming against Nate Hernandez. Decker looking for a 6-4-3 double play, and this one's downstairs, but West pulls it in.
There is some action now, and both pens, as a matter of fact.
1-0, and he's out ahead.
For the Oaks, it's Damon Villa warming up. He's just lightly tossing down there, but for the Dodgers, they have a right-handed pitcher who's really getting loose.
Back to the same pitch, and he still can't hit it. So now behind in the count 1-2 is Fabian. Decker working with the runner on for the first time in the outing. Just downstairs for ball 2-2.
That one did just miss right below the zone, but that was the most movement we've seen on any pitch from Decker. 23 inches of movement on a fastball.
Fouled back, and we'll do it again, 2-2.
And for Decker, the Oaks just have to be ecstatic. They've already gotten 6 outs from him. In 7 appearances this year, he only pitched 9 innings. So the Oaks will take as many outs as they can get.
Check over at Camarena at first, but he's back safely standing. Decker showing off the pickoff move for the first time tonight. That'll miss upstairs, so it's going to go to a full count. We'll see if Camarena will run. Not a forced play, of course, with the less than 2 outs.
It's always tough in these situations because there's a left-hander on the mound, so he is staring right at you. Especially with them being down 4, I do not expect him to run.
3-2, swing and a miss. Got him with the tumbling fastball. 1 out in the inning, the 3rd strikeout of the afternoon for Decker.
And Villa just remains lightly tossing down in that Oaks bullpen, so it looks like they're going to let Charlie Decker go until he starts getting into some trouble, which he hasn't yet, just the one leadoff single in this inning.
Cleanup hitter Victor Heredia now standing in, righty to lefty. Runner goes. The throw to second from West will be not in time as Camarillo just drops it, but a very nice throw down to second base by the Oaks backstop.
Had Camarillo been able to catch that cleanly, the runner would definitely have been out, but the throw brought him a little bit to the second base side of the bag, and he wasn't able to make the catch.
To right center field, that's going to get down for a hit. Danielewicz has it. Rounding third will be, and now he's stopping. Throw back to third. He's out. Great cutoff by Will Joseph as they gunned down Camarena. Went way down the third baseline before retreating back to the bag, but Joseph with the excellent throw for the second out of the inning, and nobody on base now besides that race runner.
It's good communication by the Oaks infielders to make sure they threw back to get the runner at third. It's a nice job by the right fielder Danielewicz hitting his cutoff man.
So now Nelson standing in lefty to lefty, and the first pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Oaks showcasing some excellent defense in the early goings. Check swing, but the umpire signals that he did go. So now behind in the count 0-2 is Nelson.
This has got to be such a tough lefty-lefty at-bat to face Decker. He's got that fastball that has so much run on it coming in on you, but the slider just breaks away.
Looking for his 4th K of the outing. The 0-2 coming up to Nelson. And a swing and a miss. He went around. Disgusting stuff from Decker, and that's going to do it here for the Dodgers in the top of the 5th inning. They do not score as we're going to the bottom of the inning. Oaks on top 6-2. Welcome back here. Oaks on top 6-2 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Brandon Anderson ready to make his Oaks debut in place of Tanner Beltowski. First pitch from Cortez to Anderson. On the outside corner for a strike. On the ground, back off Cortez. He rolls behind the mound. There's no throw to first. It's going to be an infield single for Brandon Anderson.
For Anderson, he's undecided on where he's going to be playing next season, but he's coming off a year at the University of Louisville, which is another Power 5 program, in which he hit .278 and .850 OPS. Very productive year for him at the plate, and he starts his Oaks career with a 94-mile-an-hour single.
First pitch to Johnson, misses up and in. Can't imagine that single felt too good to Cortez, going right off his leg and rolling behind the mound for the infield hit. Anderson takes his lead. Johnson with a big RBI single back in the first inning, as the Oaks have gone scoreless in back-to-back frames, but looking to do some more damage with the leadoff hit. Big gap out towards left center field, and the 2-0 to Anderson, or excuse me, to Johnson will miss outside, so now 3-0.
And just in the one inning, we can already see Cortez has lost some velocity. He was sitting 89-90 in that first inning he threw. Right now he's about 85-86.
3-0 in there for a strike.
In between innings, the Dodgers did have a different pitcher run out to the mound, but Cortez and their coach kicked him off.
Check back at Anderson at first, and he's back standing.
Well, we mentioned earlier that Johnson had lack of opportunity this year at Baylor, so he'll look to keep taking advantage of these opportunities with runners on base. Did a great job of that in his last plate appearance with the RBI single.
Justin Cortez was behind 3-0, but he battles back to 3-2, so a payoff pitch coming up. Anderson at first, and the payoff pitch coming up to Johnson. And a swing and a miss. He's tardy on the fastball. One down in the inning.
Really good location on that fastball from Cortez. And great discipline by him, not giving into the at-bat after falling behind 3-0. Makes some quality pitches and then perfectly locates a 3-2 fastball on the outside corner and inducing a swing and a miss.
First pitch to Walton, misses upstairs. Walton 0 for 2 in the afternoon. He flew out to right field and popped up to the shortstop. One misses way outside. Walton hit 1 home run in 22 games in his first season at Wisconsin-Milwaukee. 3 doubles and a triple for Tai. That'll miss downstairs, and for the second consecutive at-bat, Cortez falling behind 3-0.
It's not a great recipe for success for a pitcher, falling behind 3-0 in back-to-back plate appearances.
.30 fastball right there. Cortez ready with the 3-1 pitch. And it's popped up mile high in the infield, coming from all directions, but it'll be the pitcher Cortez And in foul territory, making the catch, that was almost a recipe for disaster, as all the infielders kind of cleared out as Cortez said he wanted the ball.
Pitchers are athletes too. Isn't that what they say? Cortez shows it off right there, coming off the mound. It's definitely a play that you'd like to see your catcher or maybe your third baseman make, but good athleticism from Cortez to bounce off the mound and make that play, as we have another pinch hitter for the Oaks.
Tommy Kedlinger standing in, ready to make his Oaks debut from Hancock College, where he hit .306 with 3 homers last year in 40 games. Strike one. Cortez has been a warrior this inning. He took 94 off the shin and then made that kind of crazy play by himself, catching the pop-up from Walton. Bender misses away, 1-1.
We really haven't seen Cortez throw too many of those breaking balls. He's really been almost 90% fastball, especially in this inning. It's just the second breaking ball that we've seen this inning.
Another off-speed pitch, the changeup that time, missing downstairs, 2-1.
If you're an Oaks hitter right now, you're just going up there looking for dead red, looking for heat.
Cortez has fallen behind, but he's recovered in those both at-bats this inning. 2-1 on the ground, left side, through the hole, no. Third baseman ready, has it. He'll force out Anderson at second. So that'll do it for the Oaks here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Another scoreless frame as we head to the top of the 6th. Conejo on top, 6-2. Welcome back. Top of the 6th inning, Oaks on top, 6-2. We got some defensive changes in a new pitcher, Damon Villa, in for the Oaks. Taking over at second will be Minguez, and Jordan Kang will take over at short. Kedlinger, who pitch hit for Danielewicz, is in right field. So a lot of movement around the diamond. First pitch from Villa is on the outside edge for a strike.
We also have Landon West moving from catcher over to first, and Will White jumping in behind the plate. Villa coming off a very solid year at Oxnard College. ERA below 4, which, of course, we know at the college level is difficult to do.
Two 1 pitch coming up. And it's fouled off to the left.
Villa did a bit of both starting and relieving, pitching 16 times this year with 4 starts, going 41 innings, striking out 24 in those 40 innings.
This is also a pinch hitter for Ben Cicada. Number 22, they do not have that listed on their lineup though. 2-2 pitch just misses.
22 looks like Ethan Rodriguez.
Yes, that's right. Ethan Rodriguez ready. Payoff pitch coming up to Rodriguez. And it's at the left side of the zone. Strike 3 called. Good start to Villa's Oaks career.
Now batting for the Dodgers, catcher, number 11, Bubby Campbell.
First pitch to Campbell misses upstairs. Just slipped out of the hand of Villa.
It's a very loopy breaking ball there from Villa, barely cracking 70 miles an hour.
Villa at 6'2", 185. And the 1-0 is a fastball that'll miss inside. Campbell ahead in the count 2-0. And he swings and misses through a curveball.
He has got more of the traditional curveball as opposed to what we see a lot of pitchers nowadays throwing. It's like a slider or a sweeper. Well, that looked like a slider there. So he's got multiple variations of his breaking ball.
Falling behind here 3-1 to Campbell. Did strike out the first hitter, Rodriguez. Oaks on top 6-2 here in the top of the 6th inning. The 3-1 is softly grounded, but off himself, a foul ball. Both teams scoreless in the last 3 frames. Payoff pitch coming up to Campbell. Fly ball center field, medium depth. Carrillo has it, played squared, and he makes the catch for out number 2.
That was one of the hardest hit balls on the day for the Dodgers today, but unfortunately for them, Campbell just got under it and hit it right at Austin Carrillo.
So now left fielder Mac McKinley coming in. He's struck out twice, first time against the starter Hernandez and last time against Decker. Looking to avoid the hat trick. First pitch in there for a strike. Very nice curveball.
He's gone back to that slider now. Has Villa throwing it much differently than that one loopy pitch. Might have just slipped out of his hands, that one breaking ball, but The last two off-speed pitches he's thrown have both been pretty sharp sliders.
1-1, he went around, completely fooled on the breaking ball, so he falls behind 1-2.
Oh, there's the loopy one again. So he definitely does a good job mixing it up, does Villa. He's got that loopy 12-6-like action and also more of a slider.
1-2 pitch. Right there, strike 3 called, second strikeout of the inning, third time that McKinley has gone down by way of the K. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Oaks still on top 6-2, but looking to break the ice and score some more.
Now batting for the Oaks, number 18, Jordan Kang.
Welcome back here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pinch hitter for the Oaks, Jordan King out of Harvard, ready to make his debut.
Jordan King out of the powerhouse high school, Harvard Westlake.
First pitch is fouled back.
I believe that King and Pete Crow Armstrong, center fielder of the Chicago Cubs, overlapped at Harvard Westlake.
And a new pitcher for the Dodgers, Logan Stevenson, as well.
King's coming off a year in which he started 24 games for Harvard, hitting .240. No home runs on the year for King.
That'll miss outside. King actually pitched 4 1/3 innings in the last season at Harvard. He does have 2 career college home runs, but those both came from his freshman campaign just a few years ago. Ahead in the count 2-1 here. And King grounds one foul third base way.
Into the Oaks dugout, and looked like it got a big chunk of someone down there. And we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the new catcher for the Dodgers. Of course, Oaks bullpen catcher legend, Ryan K. Cook.
King spits on that slider down and away, so the count will go full 3-2.
Ryan getting an opportunity this summer with the Dodgers after being with the Oaks for a couple of years.
Payoff pitch to King. Upstairs, ball 4.
Really good location on that pitch from Stevenson. It did look like he caught the corner, but the home plate umpire wasn't budging.
Nobody out and King on first. Carrillo for the 4th time today. He'll take one down, and that's going to get away. King is going to get the second, and he'll round second as the catcher Kickhook could not field it cleanly.
It's a tough pitch to handle there for Ryan.
King was actually teammates in high school with Kai Caranto at Harvard Westlake. Stevenson takes a look back, and now Carrillo will take a strike.
Well, right now with the runner on second, nobody out, Austin Carrillo's main job, his only job, is to get the runner over to third base by any way that he can.
Just on the outside corner, don't think so. So did Carrillo. Might have gotten a call there as he falls behind 1 and 2.
That's just a great job behind the plate by Ryan to frame that pitch and make sure that it was called a strike.
Oaks trying to score for the first time in 3 innings. Stevenson looks back at King and fires. And that's on the outside corner. Strike 3 called the exact same spot. Second time that Carrillo's down by way of the K in the first out of the inning.
It's a great pitch by Stevenson. Really nothing Carrillo can do on that one. Perfectly dotted on the outside corner. And a great catch back there from K-Cook.
So now Minga's getting his first look today. 1 out, King on second. And that's going to get away but briefly, but King stays at second. It's a good thing he did, as the catcher Ryan corralled it very fast. (6-2) Oaks here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 2024 season opener against the Coastal Dodgers. 1-1 softly grounded up the middle. On the run is Garcia. He'll fire to first in time. King goes to third on the play, but now 2 outs in the inning, and the Oaks 90 feet away from another run.
Now batting the Oaks. First baseman.
It's a nice play over there at short by Camarena. Not an especially difficult play, but certainly not an easy one. He's coming in on the run, but he makes a perfect throw over there to get Mingus.
Joseph up the middle into center field. From third comes King. 7-2 Oaks. Have a debut, Will Joseph.
Now batting for the Oaks. Catcher, number 35, Landon West.
Runner goes, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Throw to second, nowhere close. It goes into center field. Stolen base for Will Joseph.
He got a great jump over there at first base. Really no chance for Ryan to get him at second, so he rushed the throw a little bit and went into center field. Even a perfect throw doesn't get Joseph there.
Joseph at second, the 0-1 to West. Downstairs. And there's a balk called. And so now going to third will be Joseph. We've had a lot of that discussion today with all these pitchers for the Dodgers, and finally getting called on him not coming set. So 90 feet away again is another Oaks run.
And that pitch won't count either, so it's still 0-1 the count.
That'll miss outside, 1-1.
K-Cook's got to turn to a wall back there with a runner on third, especially with 2 outs.
Tardy on that pitch, and he falls behind 1-2.
Especially now with a 2-strike count. Stevenson's probably going to look to throw a breaking ball or an off-speed pitch of some sort down out of the zone. Catcher's got to be a wall back there.
1-2. West will take downstairs. Nicely done by the catcher, Ryan.
And there was that breaking ball, and perfectly done by K-Cook back there. It's exactly how it's taught.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Just inside, Stevenson thought he had strike 3, but home plate umpire disagreed.
The TrackMan also thought that it was strike 3. It's a good location, and it certainly buckled West, but not enough to get strike 3.
That is ball 4. Second time West is aboard on a free pass.
Now batting for the Oaks, number 26, Brandon Anderson.
So Brandon Anderson now back up. He singled in his first plate appearance, taking over for Beltowski. 94 off the knee of the previous pitcher, Cortez. Runners at the corners for the Oaks. The first pitch. Downstairs, K-Cook corrals it on the first baseline halfway down.
It's a nice job there by Ryan to keep that one close, but the pitcher, Stevenson, did not cover home plate, and there's definitely a chance for Joseph to score there if he had noticed that Stevenson just stood out there on the mound.
Joseph at third, West on first. Up the middle, but right at the second baseman, Kethlin. He'll throw to first for out number 3. The Oaks get one on another run, 7-2 here. We're going to the top of the 7th inning. Is this still Villa? Back here in the top of the 7th inning, Oaks scored in the bottom of the 6th. Up top, 7-2 now. Villa going back out for another inning of work. First pitch in there for a strike on the inside edge. Liam Keithley getting his first at-bat today. Bender buckles him in there for a strike, 0-2. 0-2 hooked down the left field line, but foul. Villa with 2 strikeouts in his first inning of work. And the 0-2 just off the inside corner.
Great spot there from Villa, especially in 0-2. Don't want to throw anything too competitive. Fastball just missed up and in.
Keithley grounds one to third. Anderson has it. Throw to first in time. 1 away.
Now batting for the Dodgers, number 13, Jetner, Welch.
It's a pinch hitter for the Dodgers.
Jetner Welch took place for Cicada in center field in the last inning, now getting his first at-bat in place of the leadoff hitter Mason Aaron. Strike one.
He has really got a great feel for that breaking ball. He's able to control both the loopy one and that sharp slider.
And now out ahead 0-2 as Welch nowhere close to that one. One, two, served out to left center field, softly hit. King out there on the run makes the over-the-shoulder catch for out number 2 of the inning. Kind of in no man's land, but able to corral it.
Second baseman, number 2, Jeremy Camarena.
For a second there, I thought that ball was going to drop off the end of the bat there from Welsh. Would have been the second hit below 60 miles an hour for the Dodgers, but thankfully King was able to get there.
One 0 will miss, 2-0.
Oh, it looked like it caught a good part of the strike zone.
Two one misses just downstairs.
It's a good location there from Villa. Camarena's got good discipline at the plate.
Camarena with 2 hits on the evening, a double in the second and a single in the third. The 3-1 pitch is grounded to shortstop. King to his left makes the throw on the run in time for out number 3. Dodgers don't score. Oaks on top 7-2. We're going to the bottom of the 7th inning. Back here.
Designated hitter, number 16, Jack Johnson.
Back here at George Sparky Field, Jack Johnson ready to lead it off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Oaks on top of the Dodgers 7-2 here in the 2024 season opener. Johnson 1 for 3 in the afternoon, singled in the first. That was a huge 2 RBI hit, but has struck out twice since then. New pitcher McKinley, and he was the left fielder in this game, and now he's moved over to the mound.
It's pretty awesome to see.
Got our own Shohei Ohtani, it appears.
Yeah. Sure, they're both just as good. It is really cool, though. He did hose a guy at the plate.
Yeah, he did.
So maybe he is Shohei.
Maybe they saw the arm strength, and then they put him in the bullpen and just pumping some strikes, so put him in.
Yeah, the only thing is McKinley is having a bit of a rough day at the plate. He'll have a chance to turn that around.
And he walks Johnson on a 4-pitch plate appearance.
Another pinch hitter.
Now batting for the Oaks, number 19, Will White.
Will White, who took over at catching for Landon West. West moved to first, getting his first at-bat of the day. And he'll take way upstairs, so 5 straight balls to start the outing for McKinley. There's a strike, first of the day, and evens the count at 1. White late on that fastball, and he falls behind 1-2. Two and two.
White's coming off a great year at LA Valley College. Played in 37 games, hit over 300. Then OPS nearing 900, which of course for a catcher is very impressive.
2-2 pitch, runner goes, and it's swung on a missed. They're going to call interference, so now the runner will be out. So a very frustrating turn of events for the Oaks. Sort of a double play in the way, or they're going to send him back to first. White struck out and kind of remained in the batter's box area, not allowing K-Cook to throw down to second.
Yeah, it looked like White just leaned over home plate there a little bit and just kind of remained in that area, impeding the catcher and leading to the interference call.
Tommy Kedlinger getting his second look of the day. He reached on a fielder's choice in his first at-bat, and he'll take a ball here. Two O's in there on the inside edge.
We'll see how long they let McKinley go. There already is someone warming up in the Dodgers bullpen.
Johnson at first, and he goes. The pitch is in the air to right. That's down for a hit. Stopping at second will be Johnson. So station to station for the Oaks, and something's brewing here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2 runners on and 1 out.
It's an excellent piece of hitting there from Kenninger. Fastball on the outer half of the plate and just drives it to right. Doesn't try to do too much. 90 miles an hour off the bat. And the Oaks are cooking with 1 away.
Jordan King ready to get his second at-bat. Walked in his first plate appearance after he replaced Allan Camarillo. Johnson at second, Kedlinger at first. First pitch to King.
Just seeing King field that ground ball in the top half of the 7th, you can tell he's very comfortable out there in shortstop.
0-1 downstairs. That's going to get away. Both runners will advance as K-Cook has a little bit of trouble with that ball in the dirt.
It's a tough pitch to block a breaking ball that only went about 50 feet. The Oaks were able to get 2 men now in scoring position with just 1 away.
Johnson at third, Kedlinger at second. The 1-1 pitch coming up to King. In the air to right field, struck pretty well. On the run is Aaron. He's not going to get there. It's over his head. That's going to score 2 as Johnson is in. Kedlinger's in. Around going to third will be King. He's going to be out at third, but a 2 RBI double, and the Oaks take a 9-2 lead here in the bottom of the 7th.
An unreal piece of hitting there from Jordan King, taking a fastball up and away and driving it over the head of the right fielder. And he just put his head down and ran, was thinking 3 right out the box. The ball beat him by a good 10 feet, but he might have gotten under the tag.
He thought he was safe for sure, although maybe just trying to sell something. Carrillo, for the 5th time today, will take a ball outside. Reached on an error in the 1st, walked in the 2nd, struck out in the 5th, and struck out looking in the most recent plate appearance just 2 innings ago. Oaks on top with a 9-2 lead as Carrillo takes ones inside. Three-0 pitch, 3-0 swinging, and it's sent out to center field. Pretty well hit, but Welch is there. He'll make the catch to retire the side. But a 2-run inning thanks to the 2-run double by Jordan King. Oaks on top 9-2. We'll see you in the top of the 8th. Back here at George Sparky Anderson Field, Oaks on top 9-2. New pitcher, Reagan Gale, ready to make his Oaks debut. And his first pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Gale from Houston Christian and a native of Cypress, Texas. 0-1 and fastball pumped by him for strike 2.
Gale turning it up to 89 on that last fastball.
0-2 offering, and that'll miss way upstairs. Kind of just lost the grip on the slider. No harm, no foul as the count moves to 1-2. Dodgers have not scored since the second inning. And a swing and a miss. Went fishing after that one. First strikeout of the day, and the first batter he faces for Reagan Gale. So now Brad Cicada, the brother of Braden Cicada, who started this game in center field for the Dodgers, will stand in for his first at-bat of the day. First pitch, and he's nowhere close to that nasty breaking ball from Gale. Softly grounded left side, shortstop King has it. He'll throw to first on the run for out number 2. Nice play.
Now batting for the Dodgers, number 15, Michael Firestone.
So now Michael Firestone, who took place in left field when McKinley moved from left to pitch, getting his first at-bat, and he'll swing and miss through a changeup. Gale working very efficiently here in the early goings in the 8th. Back front door slider, I should say, but it misses up and in. One is by him for a strike. 1-2. One, two on the inside corner. Strike 3 called. Very nice job. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Gale. Oaks shutting down this offense. 9-2 Conejo. We're going to head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Back here in the top of the 8th inning, the Oaks on top 9-2. Jaden Minguez ready to get his second at-bat. Grounded out to shortstop in his first time up. And he checks his swing, but they say it's inside. He's able to check it. One 0 on the outside corner for a strike. One and two.
And if our roster is correct, this new pitcher is Wyland Nelson, who we've already seen.
1-2 on the inside corner, strike 3 called.
And he makes quick work. Of Mingus.
So now Will Joseph coming up again. 5th time up, he had a RBI single in his last plate appearance.
And Joseph is clearly a versatile player. We saw him start the game at first base, but he's since moved out to left field.
Just off the outside edge, trying to go back to that same spot that awarded him the strike in the pitch prior. The 2-1. Again off the outside edge, still trying to go back there. Joseph already with a big hit in today's game and ahead 3-1 here. And that's ball 4. Second time he's on by a free pass. The first one coming all the way back in the first inning.
Now batting for the Oaks, number 35, Landon West.
So now Landon West back at the plate. He started the game at catcher, but since has moved to first base. As we mentioned, Joseph moving from first base to left field. Front door slider greets him for a strike. On the ground, second base. It's a second for 1. On to first, that's 2. Double play. So a twin killing ends things here in the bottom of the 8th inning. But the Oaks ready to try to close this one out on top, 9-2. Back here, Oaks trying to close things out for a 2024 season opening win. Reagan Gale ready to continue his work, and the first pitch is grounded hard, but the first baseman West has it, flipped the first, out number 1. Nice smother and recover by Landon West here in the 9th inning.
Well, there's where that catching experience helps you out as a first baseman. Landon West, normally a catcher playing first base right now, and does a great job of putting his body in front of that.
So Ryan Kakuk coming up for the second time tonight. And he's tardy for strike 1. This Oaks pitching squad has held the Dodgers scoreless since the 2nd inning. 0-1 in there for a strike, 0-2.
Yeah, the bullpen for the Oaks has done a phenomenal job today.
It's been very encouraging for sure. 0-2 misses downstairs. Some great performances. Obviously, Decker looked great. 4 strikeouts in his outing. And just around the board, it looks very encouraging that Coach Solis, at least in the early goings, can go to really anybody throughout this season. 1-2. Downstairs.
The Oaks can put up a 0 in this 9th inning. It'll be 7 scoreless innings from the bullpen.
2-2, swing and a miss. Got him with a nasty slider. 2 down to the 9th, 4th of the K of the afternoon for Gale.
Now batting for the Dodgers, number 23, Emmett Mack.
So now Emmett Mack, the only thing standing from the Oaks opening season win here against the Coastal Dodgers. The Oaks will be on the road tomorrow against the Orange County Riptide. One 0 will miss. Check swing, but he did not offer. No appeal down to first base. So now Gale falls behind 3-0. Swing and a miss, 3-0 swinging. Three-one pitch. On the corner, full count. Payoff pitch. Grounded foul off to the left, out of play. Oaks ahead of the Dodgers 9-2. Looking for a 2024 season opening win. The 3-2 pitch from Gale. That'll miss upstairs. First walk issued by Gale. So the Dodgers will stay alive at least for one more batter.
Now batting for the Dodgers, number 1, Liam Keithley.
Liam Keithley standing in. Second time he's had a plate appearance. First pitch at the knees for a strike. This Oaks team making a big statement so far. The bullpen 7 scoreless innings since the 2nd inning. Softly grounded back to Gale. He'll toss the first, and it's a season opening winner. The Conejo Oaks take this one against the Coastal Dodgers by a score of 9-2, and a great start and a great sign of what's to come here in the 2024 campaign. 9-2, your final score. The final score, 9-2, Oaks over the Dodgers here to start the 2024 campaign. Player of the game, it's got to go to Charlie Decker. Pitched 3 innings with 4 strikeouts, only allowed 1 base runner, and really was in command all game long. We could give it to the bullpen in general for just a phenomenal performance, but a great sign for what's to come for this squad for Coach Solis. Anybody you can lean on, especially coming out of that bullpen with the matchups. What a great way to open the season. An offensive outpour and also a bullpen shutdown today. The Oaks win it by a score of 9-2 here over the Coastal Dodgers. The Oaks are back in action tomorrow on the road against the Orange County Riptide. We'll bring you guys full coverage of that one on the live stream, but we want to thank you for tuning in for this season opening win. I've been Max Schwartzberg alongside Josh Mechanick. Great way to start the season. We'll see you tomorrow.